Allergy season is doing this weird thing to me where my body is like, wait, this isn't just allergies. I think you're actually sick. Let's amp up the immune system response. And then I'm like, no, body, it's okay. I think it's just allergies. My body's like, we're gonna hit this thing with everything we've got, and it makes me miserable. Hi, I'm John, this is my vlog, and yesterday I got to meet two of my favorite writers who really inspired me as a young person. The LA Times was on an annual festival of books in which a surprising number of big-name authors come and talk about their work and do signings and all that stuff. And two among those authors were Amber Shares, who wrote Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and Daniel Handler, who occasionally writes under the name Lemony Snicket. Daniel Handler may be one of the single greatest influences on my writing from my reading as a child. I mean, on a basic level, a lot of my tone and humor, I think, comes from Series of Unfortunate Events. But then also, even the way he plays with setting, I think I've adopted into my own writing as well, as far as putting scenes that could be anywhere in a setting that's really crazy and fun. And then the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants books, I think, inspired me as far as ensemble storytelling, but also just thematically touched on a lot of things that I'm currently obsessed with. It's always interesting to see authors in person because I think you always have like a vision of how their voice sounds in your head as far as how the books sound. And while Daniel Handler, I think, was very much how I imagined him to sound when he talked, Amber Shares was kind of not. Daniel Handler's very funny and has kind of an aloof way of talking and says things like, "It charmed me," which sort of fits in with the gothic tone of his books. Amber Shares, while many of her characters are very like loud and upfront and raw, is pretty timid and quiet. I mean, she speaks with authority, but she speaks very softly. I respect that. In addition to seeing her panel discussion, I got to get a book signed by Amber Shares, and I was going to get a book signed by Daniel Handler, but some complicated signing rules and my existence as a broke graduate student made that impossible. But it's still just so awesome to hear them talk and get to take in the sort of thematicness. A lot of the time I spend reading is screenplays because I want to kind of absorb those things, and it was nice to sort of be reminded about not only my love of prose, but the importance of reading prose for general storytelling. As many different forms as there are, there's something about the novel that I think is just really captivating and interesting and exploratory. With a short, you're kind of confined by space, and with a screenplay, you have a lot to deal with the medium, but in a novel, there's so much freedom to explore the way you want to tell stories, and so much way for me as a screenwriter to take those and try to transform it into something in a movie, whether a direct adaptation or just using the sort of storytelling style in a new way. As much as signing experiences can be frustratingly short, the panel discussions and my experience with Amber Shares were both very inspiring and really gave me a little lift for the week and the rest of the semester. If you ever have a chance to see one of your favorite authors in person, it is worth it. And often they are glad to see you, even if they're having to move their signing line. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel that is the end of the semester, and I am running straight towards it. Yes, depending on what happens this summer, I may have a lot more free time than I normally do during the semester, and therefore might be able to produce some pretty cool videos, so stick with me till then. I had my first moment of rewrite happiness where something I was struggling against something so hard, and then I figured out how to fix it, and I fixed it, and it fixed everything, and it just felt so good. So I'm riding that high for as long as I possibly can. Have a great week, okay? Okay, bye.